Hello, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts, and it's gonna be another hot day. Just got home from church. When I walked out of church where we have air conditioning, it was just like the kind of heat that takes your breath away. There was a hydrangea bush right next to the sidewalk, and the leaves were just wilted, and I was like, yeah, I get you. I understand. My car's thermometer said 92. I realize that's probably a little bit skewed because it's been sitting on hot pavement for a couple hours, but it's hot out there. So it's a good day to just relax and sit in front of a fan and work on my projects, play with yarn. So last night I finished up a project that has been sitting around for a little bit. I made a whale shark. I'll have to put the designer's name up here because I don't remember. But I finished that up, and then I was like, okay, what do I work on now? I don't know what I want to work on now. So I was just watching videos and doing other stuff, and I watched a video by Raining Charms about a 3-day show that she did. It didn't turn out as well as hoped, but one thing that she says was that she sold out of baby hippos. And the baby hippos was a free tutorial on her YouTube channel. So I zoomed over there and I watched her baby hippo tutorial. And the first one that I made, I picked up some pink hippo. Yeah, pink would be good for baby hippo. It was Karen Simply Soft. Karen Simply Soft is not one of my favorite yarns because it's so thin and it's splitty. Since it was so thin, I held 2 strands together. I used an H hook. I probably could have gone up to I or J, but there was my first baby hippo. I still had plenty of the pink yarn left. So this time I combined it with a strand of just white sport weight or fingering weight, just a thin white yarn that I usually double up with something else. And I made another one. So there's my second baby hippo. Boom! I'm tossing hippos. And then I came back here. Let's see, can you see that there's a little bit of a gap there in the yarn? And I got some Bernat baby blanket in Pixie Dot that I picked up at some point when it was on sale, and it's just been sitting there for months. I tried it in Bernat blanket with a K hook. Ah! It's a purple hippo. I love it. So now I have the rest of that ball. I wound it into a ball because I figured a ball of yarn is going to roll better in my fancy Dollar Tree yarn bowl. A ball of yarn is going to roll better than the skein. So I am working on a loaf cat. It is going to be a humongous purple loaf cat. This is the pattern from False Bubbles. It's a free YouTube tutorial. And since I have, let's see, I'm on row 12. I need to go up to row 20. Well, when she's describing her rows, she says start with the magic ring, and then she says round 1 is the increase row. So I actually went through and renumbered them because I always have the magic ring as row 1 and then increase it each stitch around as row 2. So just so when I'm counting my rows on here, so that my row numbers will match up with the way I count. So I need to do about 8, and it's time to press the clicker. 7 more rows. I figured I could talk and do this too. So each day this week, I need to focus a little bit more on, woo, my big ball of yarn isn't rolling very well in my yarn bowl. Having such a lightweight yarn bowl, when the yarn weighs more than the yarn bowl, it doesn't roll as well. And you know what I can do? I can put it on the floor, and that'll work just fine. Okay. This week, I need to dedicate a little bit of time each day to tagging items and getting items packed up for Saturday's craft show. When I was working on dinosaurs yesterday, I found 2 lizards in my dinosaur box. So I think I have lizards in multiple locations. I have lizards, chameleons, and geckos. And they're all over the place. So I need to get them all together, get a group shot, so I can put a picture with them too. Like set out 4 or 5 so that that particular part of the table doesn't look really crowded, but have a picture there of all of them and say, you know, they're not all out here. If you like one in this picture, let me know and I can get it for you. Click. Axolotls I need to work on tagging. Just make sure like my dogs and cats are tags. Basically, go through my list of all of the categories that I'm taking and make sure this stuff has price tags on it and make sure that what I've got jives with my inventory list. Because sometimes when an item is ordered on Etsy, I forget to take it off or stuff like that. You know what else I need to do today? I need to refill my stuffing bag. Because this thing is going to take a lot of stuffing. I have a 20-pound box of stuffing that's on top of these shelves back here. Sometimes I can just reach up there and pull stuffing out of the side of it. Other times it's like, no, I want to fill up my bag. I want a lot of stuffing. So I'll have to take the box down, fill up my bag, and put the box back up again. I thought I had a few partial bags that had been given to me, but at this point, I'm not quite sure where they are. They might be pushed into a drawer someplace or pushed into a cubby hole with something else in front of them. Another row done. So that's how things are going around here. I'm hoping that once I finish up this cat, there will be enough yarn left to make another baby hippo where I can weigh my yarn beforehand and weigh it afterwards and see just how much Bernat blanket it takes to make a baby hippo, because I have several partial cakes of Bernat blanket. They're maybe about yay big. If they were enough to make a baby hippo, that would be wonderful. I would have a purple one and a gray one, and I could just go through some of my small leftovers of Bernat blanket and make hippos. But first I need to know how much yarn it actually takes so that I'm not playing yarn chicken. I guess that's it. This is a rather short video because I only had 2 items, well 3, to show you. 3 from the same pattern. So if you get a chance, go over and check out. Let's see, what is that now? 60, so I've got 4 more to go. Check out Raining Charms and show her a little love. She's currently expecting her first child, so she's not doing any more shows for a while. And her pattern sales and YouTube earnings will have to sort of carry her over until she's able to get back at things more of a full-time basis after the baby's born. So it'd be nice to go show her some love, give her some views and some watch hours, and see if there's any patterns that she has that are of interest to you. Watch some of her tutorials. And how about another YouTuber? So I am going to go change into some nice, cool play clothes and enjoy sitting in front of a fan and sipping my ice water. Cold beverages, stay hydrated so I don't shrivel like the hydrangea bush. And by the next time you see me, I should have a completed, see how big that thing's going to be? A completed loaf cat. And I'll be able to tell you just how much Burnett blanket yarn it takes to make a baby hippo. Good facts to know, huh? So, bye-bye.